We're here with 2023 Elkhorn South edge player Maverick Noonan. Maverick, first of all, talk about the year you had, second year now on the varsity. You put up some big numbers again. I mean, where do you think you really grew last year?
Sort of just like physical stuff, height, weight, speed, and I also made sure to work on my hand skills, which was a pretty good focus of last year.
Are you a guy that, I mean, do you see yourself as a 3-4 outside guy or a 4-3 D end? I mean, how do you see yourself projecting as your body grows?
Right. To be honest, I don't really think the 3-4 or 4-3 really matters. I think as long as I'm able to rush the passer and be on that edge, I think that's really what I'm looking for.
Where have you really refined your skills as a pass rusher? I mean, is it hand technique, speed? I mean, where do you think you've come the furthest?
I think it's more speed and then hand skills. I think my sophomore year I was all right. I was all right with the hand skills. I didn't really understand everything I do now, but so I think it's more just learning the techniques.
Probably going against Teddy Prohaska helped you growing up.
Yeah.
A guy like that every day in practice.
Right.
Recruiting has really picked up for you. Obviously, you've got a handful of Power 5 offers. Break down kind of the teams that are recruiting you the hardest right now.
Yeah, so I'd probably say the hardest teams that they're recruiting me are Nebraska, Iowa, Stanford, and then some other schools like Missouri and Minnesota.
And you have a Stanford offer too?
I do, yeah. I picked that one up, I want to say 2 weeks ago or so.
So yeah, when you talk about just like the decision, are you going to try to visit all these places between now and like June?
Right, so I plan on taking a few visits just to watch some practices, and then some officials later in the year, and then I'll probably make a decision after that.
When you kind of like look at what's important to you, like what are the 2 or 3 things that are going to play the biggest factor for you?
I'd probably say just like the fit, the coaches, the school, the actual school, academic part of it, and then so I think those are the 2 biggest things.
Being an in-state guy and a legacy to Nebraska, I mean, do people ask you about Nebraska all the time? I mean, kind of what's it like being a guy in Omaha with the Husker offer? I mean, do you hear about it a lot from different people? People ask you questions about it all the time?
Yeah, a little bit, but
you play it close to the vest, don't you?
Yeah. I don't really have a specific preference towards a college team. I wasn't really like a Husker diehard growing up or anything like that. So I just kind of just want to go where it's best for me.
Uh-huh. So the coach, do you get a lot of contact though from coaches all the time? Like mainly Twitter DMs, calls, texts? I mean, how would you describe a typical week for Maverick Noonan?
Yeah, so lots of calls. Today I probably called people 3 times before I got here. Coaches? Yeah, I called Dawson, some Northwestern coaches, and I also lots of visits too. So it's been a lot, but it's been fun.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Is there a point where like, do you want to have a decision before the senior season starts?
Yeah. Well, I thought about that a little bit. It would be nice, but if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world.
And then, are you going to graduate early?
Yeah.
So you'll just have basically this semester and next semester, and you're done.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, I mean, when you look at it like that, is it kind of scary? Like, man, this is coming up.
Yeah. It's just crazy to think about. I was just a freshman, not too long ago, and now it's almost over, really.
As far as becoming a leader, I mean, do you feel like you've kind of taken on that ownership role at Elkhorn South the last couple of years? Yeah.
One thing I try to do is just, in practice, lead by example. I'm always going to be working hard in practice and in the weight room, so that's one thing I make sure to do every day.
All right, anything else quick?
What did you tell the guys after that Gretna loss in the playoffs?
Well, it's obviously very hard for the seniors. That was their last game, so. But the next guys, we got guys like Buster, Ballard, Ashton, Henry. We'll be back there next year, I'm sure. So we'll be a good team. We'll be a good team.